Daniel stands in his backyard, meticulously adjusting a small model rocket on its launch pad. He squints, presses a button on the remote, and nothing. He tries again. A pathetic puff of smoke sputters from the base. With a sigh, he kicks the grass in frustration. Suddenly, a strange whirring and sputtering sound fills the air, growing louder and louder. Daniel looks up just in time to see a massive silver flying saucer drop out of the clouds like a stone. It wobbles erratically before crash landing with an enormous squish right in the middle of his dad's prize-winning pumpkin patch, sending orange chunks flying everywhere. A moment of stunned silence hangs in the air before a ramp slams down from the side of the saucer. A green, multi-limbed alien Zorp stumbles out, completely covered in pumpkin guts and seeds. He tries to strike a dramatic "we come in peace" pose, but his foot slips on a particularly slimy piece of pumpkin, and he lands flat on his back with a groan. After untangling his limbs, Zorp pulls out a sleek, high-tech translator device. He points it at Daniel, and it crackles to life, blurting out in a robotic monotone. "Greetings, Earth Thing. Surrender your socks. Your planet's supply of lint is now our property." Daniel, barely holding back a fit of laughter, realizes this alien is more mess than menace. Trying to be a good host, he grabs the garden hose to help Zorp clean off the pumpkin goo. But as Zorp takes the nozzle, he accidentally points it the wrong way and blasts himself directly in the face with a powerful jet of water, sending him spinning like a top. Hoping to salvage some dignity and impress the giggling Earthling, Zorp gestures grandly for Daniel to come inside his state-of-the-art vessel. The interior is a chaotic jumble of wires and mismatched buttons. "Well, behold," Zorp announces proudly, "the celestial cartography of the cosmos." He pushes a large glowing red button. Instead of a star map, a disco ball descends from the ceiling, colored lights flash, and the ship's speakers start blasting incredibly funky alien dance music. Panicked, Zorp grabs a comically large wrench and starts whacking a main console. This only makes things worse. The ship's lights flicker violently, the entry ramp begins flapping up and down like a giant metallic wing, and the horn starts honking the tune of La Cucaracha. In a final attempt to appear sophisticated, Zorp offers Daniel what he calls an intergalactic delicacy. He holds out a tiny cracker with a wiggling earthworm on top. Daniel smiles politely and shakes his head, patting his stomach. "I just ate, thanks." After several more minutes of frantic, chaotic banging and random button mashing, the ship's main engine suddenly roars to life with a deafening backfire. A plume of black smoke shoots out from the rear, completely charring a nearby garden gnome and leaving it blackened and smoldering. Zorp, seeing his chance to escape, hastily shoves a shiny object into Daniel's hand. "A powerful alien artifact, a token of our meeting," he yells over the engine noise. Daniel looks down to see a spare lug nut that had just fallen off the console Zorp was hitting. Zorp scrambles back into his ship, pulls the ramp up, and seals the door. The saucer lurches, wobbles precariously for a moment just feet above the ruined pumpkins, and then shoots unsteadily into the sky, disappearing into the clouds. Daniel is left standing alone in the middle of his wrecked backyard, the smell of burnt gnome and pumpkin filling the air. He holds the shiny lug nut up to the camera with a bewildered shrug. "Well, that was weird," he says, a grin spreading across his face. Please subscribe. Bye.